Hi guys, AJ here. Today I've got a video about Sky Glass and what I think of it. Of how it works. So this comes up straight away, the screen that you've got here. You have playlist, because now you don't have the horrible satellite dish outside your house. You actually have it all built in to the TV. So by that, it uses a cloud that goes through your Wi-Fi system, your broadband, and sets everything up into your TV, if you like, so it doesn't use a box separately or a dish. It goes all the way through your broadband. So we have just one list. You can add another list here because it goes onto playlists. So you could have, as it says there, 5 personal playlists, and then you could create one for whoever, and then maybe title it as sports or something. But these are what we have here, what we watch, which is kind of sporty. Your movies that you've got here selected that you might want to watch later, and then it goes into different categories, so sports, TVs, Sky Stores purchases. You can go all the way up to come back out, so you press the return button and you can actually go into separate menus like this instead. You can obviously use the controller to press speaker, so you can actually speak to that and say things like movies, etc. You've also got in settings, you can do that without pressing or using the remote control, and just say it and it will pick up your voice and will do your commands. As well, you've also got your settings here for your audio, not for your settings, but for different types of music that you might want to listen to. And you have all the channels there, music channels, video channels, but also to listen. So you don't have to always have video channels like MTV and etc. etc. You could have BBC One instead, Radio One. Then all your separate music, your documentaries, your podcasts. So this is all to do with music, which is really good. Then you have apps as well. All apps on this are free to download, but some of them may charge you for a subscription. You've got your fitness, again, which is on another channel, which you'd have to subscribe to, but it's already built in. So most, if not all, are already in here. It then depends if you actually connect any devices to it, so dongles or Amazon Fire Sticks, things like that. It's easy to connect. The connect socket is down at the bottom underneath the TV there, which can be a little bit fiddly. You've also got international, so you've got lots of different bits on here, so different languages: Hindi, French, Mandarin, Spanish, Italian, German, Korean, Japanese, Norwegian, Danish, Swedish and Dutch. And then what's on next, which is coming up on live TV. So some of these channels are free, some of them you have to pay a subscription to, which I don't actually watch. All those, you've got Sky Originals, some of those are in different languages, I presume, as well. Foreign films on Sky Cinema, international series, and then again they have also different music and audio in different languages for different genres and different cultures, which is really good. Again, probably have to subscribe to Spotify for that. And then you've got channels and apps as well. So again, it divides it. So you've got different ways of splitting up the playlists, genres, etc., etc. So Sky Glass has kind of thought of, I think, everything possible. And then you can go down to just a normal TV guide that will give you every single channel. So you can go all channels. I'll let that change quickly. Go back in that one. You've got TV shows, kids. Again, some of these things are subscription. You've got your favourites that you can set up as well. Set up favourites. And then most watched, so it knows what you've watched the most. But you can change that as well if you want to. You can go in more depth on that. is quite easy, like the old Sky. This special feature that they put on for different characters for kids, then continue watching what we've been watching before. That's not mine, that's the missus, by the way. And then we've got the top 10 of this week, so not what we've been watching, but what people have viewed most on, you know, iPlayer, etc., etc. Then you've got your apps and your inputs. So some of these are already on the TV, which all these are. Again, subscription, most of those, and then it's what you have put in as well. So we have Fire Stick, and we also have, I think it's on this one, we've also got our Nintendo plugged in there. Then again, you've got Sky Picks, which is a bit more bigger. They're sort of favourites. You've got games on here as well, which is quite exciting. Going to this one, Tetris. And the thing is with Sky Glass, it's all pretty quick. One, it depends on your connection, how far away are you from your router, so you can actually plug your router directly into this, or you can do what I've done and kind of added a actually added myself a mesh network, which is really good and really helpful. And with that, so in this game, obviously Tetris, it shows you how to play the game if you're not too sure on how to play the game. And obviously you use your remote control to do that. You don't get any handhelds with this. In another video that I'm doing soon, which will be the Sky Live camera that you put on top of the TV. That has games already pre-installed on there, which you don't have to pay for, they are free. And I'll go more into that when I set that up very soon indeed. Yep, so we come out of that. We then go back to the TV. So there, see, it's still showing you what you'll be playing. We have YouTube on here, plus a load of others, which is back to the playlist. And then if you want to go down to settings, now settings is a little bit different, a bit of a run around, all the way down the bottom. On here it shows you as well, if you can't be bothered to watch my video in full, you can go to Get to Know Your Sky Glass, Get to Know Your Sky Glass voice control, super sections, smart search, restart. So if, say for instance, you're watching something and you've missed the first 10 minutes of it or 45 minutes of a movie, you can click and go back to the start of it. So that's really good with this. On live TV, whether it be live, whether it be a movie, whether it be news channel, whether it be a kids program, you know, sort of documentaries, you can click it, come up automatically at the bottom, go to start, and you can click on that and start back at that program. So that's really good. You can't be like, oh crap, we've missed this, we missed that, or a football match or Formula One. You could just click and it'll go back to the start of that program. So that's really, really good. You can do live pause, like I say, rewind, fast forward. It's so good. Then you've got accessing playlists, so it shows you how to do that, and also add into playlist as well, which is quite simple and doesn't really take that long to go through. Now settings, you've got picture and sound, but there is a better place. So if you go into this one, viewing mode, click on that, and then it has these things. So custom is the best way because you can literally, well, I wouldn't say the best way, because for me, I think it's not so great. What you need to do, yes, I've selected custom, but I've gone there through another way of doing it, which with custom, you can change all the brightness, the contrast, the coloration, all those things a lot easier. Where if you go into the other ones, which is like vivid, automatic, that's the presets that they've set up. And some of that still isn't very good. with the colour, for instance, all of those selections are very faint. I like more of a rich colour. So you have to go into custom to then change that. And it is quite easy, it's quite straightforward. Pop up the picture that you're looking at on the TV so you can adjust it rather than guessing and coming all the way back out of your settings and going into a program. It does it there for you, so that is really good. Then you've got your auto backlight adjust, so you can adjust that as it says there, backlight NA, so it's not available on auto backlight adjustment because obviously that's going to change depending on your lighting conditions. If you've got lights above, like your spotlights or your windows at the side here that we have, it's a bit of a dull day today outside, but it's still quite bright. And then all these other things you can play around with and change. And this is where it has configure settings. So you go into picture and that's the one you want that transforms. And as I've said there, contrast, sharpness, brightness, color saturation. So you've got all those there, which is really, really good. Then you've got your sound. Now with this Sky Glass, you actually have your speaker system all the way around. So you've got a built-in sound bar. You've got speakers on the side, speakers on the top, and I believe speakers at the bottom as well. So it's a 360 and it's Atmos surround sound. And it really is good because in our old house, with the TV that we've got in the white room or reception room, we had a sound bar and we had a Bluetooth speaker. And that was really good. You know, you'd think, oh my God, what's that? And you'd be looking out the window, thinking there's a bird in the house or, you know, a bomb gone off outside. You know, that's how good the surround sound was. With this TV, it's actually built inside. So it comes out of all the speakers where it needs to at the right moments, the right volume. And again, you're still looking around that going, is that the dog? What's that? The dog barking? You know, it's really, really good. And Atmos gives it an even more clearer sound quality as well. And they've joined a company that is in very high top quality sound components for some of the biggest TVs. And if you Google it, you'll actually find a lot more interesting information on that. So they've joined forces with them to build this TV, and it honestly really is good. Music, it sounds like you're on digital radio. Movies, it's just such a theatre cinema experience. It really is good. But this, again, the sound, so it evens out the sound for programs and adverts, and then you've got your virtual surround sound, which, like I say, is really, really good. Come out of that, then you've got, again, some more bits and pieces, audio level, your TV to be quieter. Now we've tried this, but with this house, when my kids are in bed, they can't actually hear the TV because we've got solid walls and old ceilings and stuff. So if you put that on, it will go quiet and you have to turn up the volume, and then that sort of restricts you. Enhanced speak quality, bass boost, which is a must. Obviously the TV speakers, you can add Bluetooth devices and Bluetooth devices with TV speakers. So I presume maybe another TV that you may have in a room. I don't know why you would have that. And obviously your audio languages, you know, if you've got it for speech as well. And then you've got all your other bits and pieces. So, you know, it's really good. It's really sort of complex in that aspect. And then you can reset them back to factory settings. So everything has a factory setting where you could reset your playlists, your music, your pictures, all those sort of things. But yeah, it's really good. Then you've got your search. So you can either type in, or you can also use your voice button as well. So if we go Sky Sports F1, and there you go, that's it. So that's pretty quick. Again, it's to do with your signal. See, as you got there, you can watch from the start, or you can go down to another channel there as well. So if we try it again, watch this, it will come up at the bottom, and then all we do is, will it? I don't know, hold on, let's try a different one. Let's see if it comes up where we can watch from the beginning. So you click on watch from the start, and it goes straight to the beginning of that program where the advert started, and there you go. Pretty simple. By clicking on that where it says watch the start, you just press the button at the middle of the round circle on that. So that's pretty good. And come out of that, you can also type the number. If you know the number of the channel, you can type it like you could on the old Sky Q, Sky Go, whatever it's called, and you can put up the channels that way. But you don't actually have a channel up and down button, you only have a volume up and down. So that then becomes your presets, where you can set up your favourites. You can also fast forward or rewind this because it's live, obviously, the same way you used to be able to as well, which is really good. And then you can also go into purchases. No problem. You can also, there's 3 white buttons, circles, that you can go into search for movies, shows, subtitles. This is like your quick access to maybe the more common things that you might want to use. So auto track, English, let's press it again. Audio output, TV speakers. So you might want to, change something, because you just connected it rather than going all the way down the bottom of the screen to settings and trying to find it. Viewing mode is my custom, night mode, which is to do with volume and also your brightness, speech enhanced quality, so that picks up on the speech of what people, how they're talking, and then your microphone when you need it and you haven't got the remote control in your hand. So if you've lost your remote control, you could say, find my remote control, and it should find it. Now, that's pretty much it. You've got a mute button as well. You've got your pause, live pause on that. What else have we got? We've got your home button. Now, if you wanted to add a series, for instance, on the TV, you could go down to, say, TV shows. Let's click on this one. And we could go into, say, Sky Documentaries, go into this, Superpowers. And what you can do, you can either click and add series, or you can click on a plus button, and what the plus button will do is it will add that series for you instead. And then it says up on the top there, it's been added to your playlist. So now if we go back, just to show you where it's at, go down to playlist, click on playlist, and there you go, it's there, which is really cool. And it starts for the beginning of the season, so any episodes that come on in the future, it will record, or not record, but it just put it in your playlist, so it's not actually there on your memory in your TV. Like I said, it's in the cloud, so it stores it in like a cloud, so it's less hardware, less plug sockets. You only use one plug for the Sky Glass, and then obviously anything that you might add to that, if they need a power source, then that would be another plug. Some things don't need a power source, and you can run off of the Sky Glass. Now, Sky Glass is not very compatible with an iPhone. I don't think an Android phone either. So what you might have to do is download a mirroring app. A lot of those are free. There are a couple of them that I have found, which are quite good. But you may also need to use other items, like add a dongle or your Fire Stick to that to be able to do that better. For me, I don't really need to do that. I've got computers around the house and stuff like that to do that. But anyway, you also have this. So you have, it tells you when it was aired. Then you have number 2, which maybe is already on there, I don't know. And then you've got the ones that are on this week. So maybe episode 2 is not available, but it shows you there. You've got this buttons, which we had, I think, on Sky Q already. And you can go to other settings, other showings. But there's no other showings available. So for me, they probably don't know when the next one's coming out. If they did, obviously they would probably put it on there. But yeah, that's it really. For me, what do I think about it? I think it's a brilliant idea. The reason why I bought it was because we moved into a new house and I wanted to basically check it out on how good it is, and just really sort of enjoy the feature, because at the end of the day I do not want to have on my house a big dish, someone having to climb up a ladder or then put up scaffolding and put a dish there. They rust. I don't think Sky replaced them, they just leave them there. As long as it's working, it's fine. But with Sky Glass, it's all built in, so you don't need that. So now you could go down the street, you wouldn't even know who's got Sky TV. So that's really good. You don't need a big box either. I mean, you look, if I could show you, which I'm not going to because I've actually got 3 chairs holding up the camera. But for me, it's just about less wires, less plugs, less power, less chance of a fire. And the sound quality on this thing is so good. It is really good. It's nice to have something that hasn't got wires where you've got to dig inside the wall, bury the wires in there, and then fill it all in and hide them. With the TV, yes, I've got a cable tube going down, but you don't really see anything, and then behind the cabinet is where all the wires you can see going into the plug sockets off of the floor, hidden. So it was less work for me to then do, and I think it's important to be able to have that and enjoy what you have in life and what you can afford. And the prices start from, I think it's £11 a month for the TV. It's upwards, so it's affordable. I think the next price is something like £18. This is a 55 inch, you can get 65 and you can get a 45. And I think the 55 is the perfect size for viewing as a family in the house that we have. I think it's really good. But yeah, it's simplicity, it's easy, but it's just getting used to the remote control and what the remote control can do. It's certainly smaller than the old one that we had before the Sky Q. The normal Sky basic package was pretty pants, and as you can see there now, it's listening to me. I'm not actually pressed anything at all. Sky Glass, Sky Glass off, and as usual it hasn't understood that, so I don't know what it's put up there, but see, it has some of its faults, but it is good. You have great channels on here. Like I say, it's already connected up. Some of them you have to subscribe to, and some of them you don't. So it is good. It's it's a nice, easy flowing TV, but it does depend on how fast your broadband / Wi-Fi is to pick up that speed. It needs to be quick. You can't have a basic broadband package. You don't have to have it with Sky either. I have community fibre that gives me just over 1 gig of download speed, upload speed, but it's in another room. So the signal that I've got, I've had to make up a mesh to have signal in this room to be able to pick it up a lot better, a lot easier. But it is just really good. It's really exciting to have this. But like I say, I'm going to be doing another video soon of Sky Live. Sky Live is a whole other world that brings to Sky Glass, which I can't wait to use and show you guys. I will link up with a friend of mine because it has Zoom built into it as well, so we can Zoom him and chat to him. Now you don't have to have Sky Live device for the receiver, because they can use their iPad, iPhone, or even laptop, whatever they got with Zoom on. As long as they got a camera, you can interact with them. So you could do, you know, your work meetings if you're working from home, or you can watch a sports channel with them, or maybe, I don't know, maybe even a movie with them, I don't know, or watch, you know, Spotify and have a party in 2 rooms. You know, maybe it's New Year's Eve and you want to have a party, but Sky Live is good for that. Anyway, that's going to be another video, it's going to be another day. I hope you enjoyed watching this. Please subscribe to my channel. It is a bit of a long video, over 30 minutes, but guys, please subscribe, please give a thumbs up to my channels, because that also helps with my viewing being spread out there. My chances of people actually viewing my channels, I only have 140 something subscribers. That's 100, not thousands, and I'd like my views to be increased. So yeah, once again, Sky has smashed it, not only with making our TV nice and neat up there without having to buy any extra brackets, but also Sky Glass is absolutely wicked. So please guys, rate, subscribe, enjoy, and I'll see you all real soon. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.